Hi, welcome to Lesson 6. In this lesson, we will look into privacy roles and building inventories. There are three main roles: or data subjects, data controllers, and data processor. Data subjects: individuals about whom personal information is collected. Examples: customers, employees, or any individuals whose personal information is collected by an organization. Data controllers: organizations determining the purposes and means of collecting personal information from data subjects. They remain data controllers even if they outsource some collection or processing. Data processors: service providers collecting or processing personal information on behalf of data controllers. Examples: cloud service providers. We have also need to note the importance in legal compliance. We have to be careful about the interpretation of laws and regulations depends on these roles. Some regulations allow data controllers to transfer privacy and security responsibility to service providers, given certain conditions. In specific definitions, regulations like the EU's GDPR have detailed definitions of these roles. In terms of implementation, privacy leaders should ensure individuals receive role-specific training. Access to relevant policies and procedures should be provided to each individual based on their role. Next topic is building inventories. We need to build inventories to establish accountable officials and privacy roles within our organizations. This process is crucial in understanding and managing the personal information we handle, ensuring compliance with regulations, and fostering trust with our stakeholders. The first step in this journey is to build a comprehensive data inventory. This involves identifying all the personal information collected, processed, and maintained by our organization. We must also pinpoint the systems, storage locations, and processes involved in these activities. This inventory serves as a crucial starting point, providing us with a clear understanding of our organization's privacy needs. The forms of inventory may vary based on our organization's nature and desired formality. Whether it's a structured database or a more informal spreadsheet, the key is to capture all relevant information accurately and comprehensively. Our end goal is to have a clear picture of the types of personal information we handle, the sources of this information, and the ways it is stored and processed. This information forms a living repository that must be continuously updated. It serves as the basis for conducting privacy assessments, implementing privacy controls, and ensuring compliance with regulations. Maintaining our data inventory is an ongoing process. It must be updated whenever there are changes in our business activities or privacy practices. Additionally, shifts in the regulatory landscape may require us to track new elements of information. By keeping our inventory up to date, we can effectively manage privacy risks and adapt to evolving requirements. Finally, our data inventory is not just a static document, it's a tool to be used. It serves as the basis for conducting privacy assessments, identifying risks, and implementing appropriate controls. It enables us to demonstrate accountability and transparency in our privacy practices, building trust with our customers and stakeholders. In conclusion, building inventories and establishing accountable officials and privacy roles are essential steps in managing privacy effectively within our organizations. By creating comprehensive data inventories and maintaining them as living repositories, we can ensure compliance with regulations, mitigate privacy risks, and foster trust and confidence in our organization's handling of personal information. Next, discuss the vital process of conducting a privacy assessment within our organizations, utilizing the valuable resource of our personal information inventory. This assessment serves as a critical evaluation of the current state of our privacy program, ensuring that we meet industry standards, regulatory requirements, and best practices in privacy management. Our personal information inventory, as discussed earlier, serves as a foundational tool in this assessment process. It provides us with a comprehensive understanding of the types of personal information we handle, the sources of this information, and how it is processed and stored within our organization. To assess our privacy program effectively, we must benchmark our practices against industry standard frameworks and regulatory requirements. These standards provide a set of guidelines and best practices derived from years of collective experience and expertise in privacy management. In the remainder of our discussion, we will delve into detailed exploration of various frameworks and requirements that can guide our privacy assessment process. An example of such a framework is ISO 27701, derived from ISO IEC 27001, and ISO IEC 27002, titled Security Techniques, extension to ISO IEC 27001 and ISO IEC 27002 for privacy information management. requirements and guidelines. The ultimate goal of our privacy assessment is to conduct a thorough gap analysis. This analysis identifies areas where our current privacy practices do not meet the desired control levels outlined in the chosen standard or framework. By pinpointing these gaps, we can prioritize our efforts and resources towards remediation. Utilizing the insights gained from the gap analysis, we embark on remediation efforts to address the identified shortcomings in our privacy program. This may involve updating policies and procedures, implementing new controls, enhancing employee training, or enhancing our technical infrastructure. In conclusion, conducting a privacy assessment is a crucial step in ensuring that our organization meets the highest standards of privacy management. By utilizing our personal information inventory and benchmarking our practices against industry standards, we can identify gaps, prioritize remediation efforts, and ultimately enhance our organization's privacy performance. Implementing privacy controls. As we strive to uphold the highest standards of privacy management, implementing effective controls is essential to remediate deficiencies and protect the personal information entrusted to us. Privacy controls are technical or administrative measures that improve privacy within our organization. These controls serve as the primary means to address privacy deficiencies and ensure compliance with industry standards and regulations. Let's explore some examples of common privacy controls. Creation, review, or modification of privacy policies. Establishing clear and comprehensive privacy policies to guide our organization's practices. Use of encryption to protect personal information. Employing encryption techniques to safeguard sensitive data from unauthorized access. Purging of personal information when it is no longer needed. Regularly removing unnecessary personal information to minimize data retention risks. Configuring access controls. Restricting access to personal information to authorized individuals only, ensuring data confidentiality and integrity. Managing user privacy preferences. Implementing processes to honor and manage user privacy preferences effectively. Standard process for investigating privacy complaints. Establishing a structured approach to address and resolve privacy complaints in a timely manner. Periodic testing and assessment. Conducting regular testing and assessment of our privacy program to identify weaknesses and areas for improvement. Ongoing operation and monitoring. Once our privacy program is well established, it's essential to continue operating and monitoring its effectiveness. This involves a combination of periodic reviews, regular updates to the privacy assessment, and monitoring key metrics through dashboard-style monitoring. These metrics may include compliance with data retention and disposal standards, turnaround time for processing privacy requests, and the number and severity of privacy incidents. Additionally, organizations may find themselves subject to privacy audits based on legal or regulatory requirements. Unlike assessments, audits are performed by independent auditors, who objectively evaluate the organization's privacy program against external standards. These audits may be initiated by internal management, the board of directors, or regulatory authorities. In conclusion, implementing privacy controls and maintaining ongoing operation and monitoring are essential steps in safeguarding personal information and ensuring compliance with privacy regulations. By prioritizing privacy and continuously improving our practices, we can enhance trust with our stakeholders and demonstrate our commitment to protecting privacy rights.